And welcome back. You're still watching Unleashing Your Potential with myself, Coach Toriso. So before the ad break, right, Coach Amelia was telling us about Mam Thobeka's story. So let's hear the journey of Mam Thobeka and yourself.
Yes, Mam Thobeka was actually studying to become a psychologist together with Mam Nolufefe, and they loved my energy. They always said, you know, you are bubbly, kids are happy around you. But they realized that I was blocking them out. Like I had a problem with women. I could, they, as spiritual coaches, they could tell that this person has got a certain block. And they one day asked me to come and see them in their home. When I got there, they started the whole thing with healing. It goes back to self-mastery. How to actually discover true happiness is when you heal the trapped wounds, the inner wounds that are inside. Yes, you need to heal. Then you start becoming more aware of yourself. And they helped me with healing the wounds that I had with women. And it was a long process. And then after that, you know, once you heal one layer of wound, it opens up opportunities for somebody, your next destiny helper, to come and take you. You know, it has just been a journey connected with destiny helpers. And then Lynette, who was also doing psychometry at the company that I was working for, we happened to be chatting, and I told her, she said, "You're good with this career facilitation thing." I was like, I love it. I love seeing other people discovering their true journey, but I am not where I want to be. I was honest with her. So happiness also taps into being honest with yourself, with what you really want. And she said, "But you look happy." I said, "Yeah, I look happy because I'm projecting that, but I'm not really happy. I studied. I went to university, and I want to become an environmental scientist in practice, not just on paper." Then that's when I was exposed to life coaching live. You know, when she did it for free for me. Can you believe that? You see, God.
Definitely.
And she took me through the whole process. I remember she even finished her training with us, but she would drive from Sandton to come to my workplace every Wednesday
to give you those coaching
you know
sessions.
This is when I started doing the vision boards. I still have my vision boards with her.
I still do it even now,
you know. And she took me through the entire until I remember my vision board was written, the theme was gumboots and stilettos, because I wanted to be a lady who goes out in the field, do environmental monitoring, gumboots, but then be able to wear stilettos in the boardroom. And it came to life. In 2020, I looked back and I was like,
wow, it materialized.
Everything that was listed there, it has manifested. That's amazing. So you need a life coach.
That's the nice thing about having a coach, right? And I have my own journey as well as a coach, but having a coach while you are still a coach is amazing as well. Because it's a journey of becoming. It's a journey of becoming, right?
You learn every time.
So there might be somebody at home to say that, you guys, don't you at some point experience unhappiness? And when those moments come about, what do you do? Because you can't always be happy throughout. Or maybe you can, I don't know. But is that possible? And when you're experiencing that moment of overwhelming of, I don't know, sad or anxiety, how do you come about? Because somebody might out be there saying that, I know that I can be happy, but this thing is eating me up, or this is happening. How do I just do that?
Okay, so with me, definitely you do get moments. I did, and I still do get those moments.
Lovely. I like the honesty. Because of coaches, they are projected to be these people who must always be bubbly, be happy.
Not.
Like they're God somehow.
Yes, you know. So I do get those moments where I'm completely out of it. And I acknowledge those emotions. I allow myself to go through that, and I share it with my family that, you know what, today is just not the day, you know. I just need to figure out what's going on. I need to understand where is this emotion coming from. It could have been triggered by a memory. It could have been triggered by people around me or someone that has hurt me. You know, sometimes a thought just pops up and you think, and then you let your thoughts run wild with you in a negative direction. And then I just allow it, and I allow myself to go through that process and heal and say, okay, if you've had your chance now, I have allowed you, I've given you your space to speak, but now I'm choosing me. You know, that can be tomorrow, it can be in 2 days' time, it doesn't matter. But for me,
coming back.
I embrace these emotions. You know, each and every emotion is very important. And if you try to ignore that emotion, you are setting yourself up for a disaster.
I like that, because sometimes here's the thing. We might experience those sad emotions, but somehow if we prolong it, it ends up being part of us.
Yes.
And then the next thing, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Yes.
From there, then how do I come up? I mean, is it to note that, okay, I'm feeling this way, right? However, I need to come out of it.
Yes.
But I need to know that if I am feeling that depression or those depressed thoughts, what is it that I can start doing?
Okay, I'm one person who knows depression.
Okay, I like that.
It, and I love the fact that I now know what caused my depression. It was to please people, you know, being a people pleaser when you want to make other people happy.
Wow.
And also pressure. I realized in 2018, my kids were in Bloemfontein. I used to travel every week to meetings from Joburg to Bloemfontein. Sure. I used to travel every day from Joburg to Pretoria because I decided to go to school full time and study. So that whole pressure got me depressed. And I realized that, now recently I realized that I didn't communicate then with my immediate people, which is my husband and my kids, not to put a lot of burden on my kids. So I realized that if you happen to experience this deep level of depression, you need to firstly go through there's a technique that I teach about, which is, I call it a rain technique, on how to actually, you know, look deep inside and realize what is the cause. The minute you feel depressed or anxious, there's definitely something that is being triggered. So the rain technique are being recognized that there is a trigger, therefore there's a problem, and then the A is to accept. You know, we're in most cases in denial. We deny the fact that we are depressed because depression is, you know, it's been talked about negatively. So you accept that there's a problem, and then the I in the rain is the investigation part, where you go deep to figure out, hey man, it's heavy today. What could it be? What happened for me to feel like this? Hey, maybe Coach Vicky didn't talk to me nicely. But it's not about Coach Vicky. What is it that Coach Vicky, which wound did she tap on that I didn't heal? You know? And then once you discover that, then you go through then the N in the rain is the noting. Writing down is very therapeutic. You write down every emotion, like this is how I felt when this person did this. I discovered this is how... This is what caused this whole thing. And then it goes back this, I can't talk about it all, of course, then I'm giving my practice away.
But that is a tool to you. You said it's rain
technique.
Please say it again. What stands for what?
Recognize there's a problem, accept it is there, and be ready to deal with it, investigate the root cause, and note it down. And then there are other things that I teach afterwards. People who've been in my coaching sessions know what to do, and it helps a lot. But apart from that, I've also realized that, I remember 2021 December, I was very depressed. And then when I'm depressed, it means I'm not productive. And I could see the frustration in my husband. He's not seeing me as the usual person, you know. I'm sloppy, I drag things, I procrastinate. And then that's when I remember I was doing the bed when I said, baby, I'm not having it. I am depressed. And I used to think he wouldn't understand. You know, the thing is we think for other people.
Well, you can say that again, especially coaches.
It's with our happiness. We think because somebody's not a coach, then they're not going to understand. And to my surprise, he turned and was like, baby, what's wrong? He wanted to know. When I explained to him, he said, that's fatigue. Let's take the kids away. Have your time.
Rest.
You know, we did that. We took the kids away to my mom-in-law. I had the whole 2 weeks to rest. And I was now rejuvenated. I did the things that I love. And another thing to tap out of
depression,
is to acknowledge your inner child. Think about those things that you used to do as a child and that made you so happy. I loved dancing.
I like that.
I loved
dancing.
You're
a good dancer.
I'm telling you,
I've been seeing you.
I am. So I dance. I sing, although I'm such a horrible singer.
But it evokes the good feeling.
I sing to God. I sing for God. You know,
I'm not ashamed.
Yes, I'm not ashamed. I sing, I dance, I play with kids. You know, where my kids go to school, there are certain parents that knows that there are days whereby I just pull up and all kids in my car. Like they would even be like, we're going with Bonolo's mom. And they come to my house, I just cook for them.
Can I hold you a bit on that?
Yes.
So that we can explain it further?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go for an ad break.